Our campaign, our movement is nothing without you. It is nothing without the people who are the building blocks of the United National Congress. We have been on a mission to educate the members of the UNC so that you can remember that the strength of the party is in your hands. That mission that Rushdan Paris started over a year ago, having members reach out to him, and he is on the road to solicit advice to get members back into the decision-making process. That was something that was frowned upon by our party. Can you imagine a party that is built from grassroots support finds it difficult to understand that we have to go back to our roots, back to our members to get back into government? And so when we started on this mission to say there must be respect for the members of the United National Congress, we were chastised. We were called dissidents. As a matter of fact, they have been even threatening to expel us from the party, which tells me one thing: not one of them ever read the Constitution. Not one. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here tonight very proud that we could let any member of our slate come here and talk to you. We could let any member of our slate come here. There is nobody we are hiding in the back, hoping you notice and pass them off. Our education officer candidate, Shanta, is actually an educated person. They can't say that. They cannot say that. As a matter of fact, yesterday in Parliament, Rodney will tell you, we had the Standing Finance Committee. Now, I've had calls in the past to tell the PNM, bad mind will kill you, and I never thought I'd have to tell my fellow UNC, bad mind will kill you too, right? It is not immune. Yesterday, we are in Standing Finance Committee. All of a sudden, people wake up. They come to ask questions. But the fundamental part about asking questions in Standing Finance Committee is to do the research before asking the question. You are supposed to know why you are asking this particular question. I see a member on the other team. Quick, raise his hand to ask a question on education. Asking the policy, asking why is it the school grants coming and the school term ending this year? Which would be a valid question if he was asleep. Because the fact is, the grant was always to be for the 2024-2025 school year. And so you are embarrassing yourselves because all you are hoping to do is put yourself on TV and not put yourself in a position to do the actual work of the people. So that Rodney and I am pretty sure by Friday, Rodney might be coming to sit down right next to me. So we don't have to talk across. He's coming to sit down right next to me. So that Rodney and I were having a conversation. And I'm telling Rodney, I said, look, what's going on here? Everybody wants to jump out themselves. They want to raise their hand. They want to ask a million questions. But they, just true to form, they refuse to do the work. They refuse to come there and give you responsible, reasonable representation. And that is what the United Patriots is fighting for, you know. The UNC, it is not sufficient to hold seats in Parliament. It is not that, oh, we have 19 and we used to have 18 and one time we had 14, so now we're doing good. It is with those 19 seats in Parliament, do you see 19 possible leaders of the United National Congress? And if you cannot see 19 possible leaders of the United National Congress, then the current leadership of the United National Congress have failed you, the members of the United National Congress. Because you cannot be afraid of smart people. You cannot be afraid of people who can teach you something. You cannot be afraid of people who can help an institution grow. And ladies and gentlemen, what we are seeing here now, if any of you looked at the meeting last night, you're seeing people beaten up on the floor like fish out of water right now. And I can tell you why. It is because they are afraid. They are afraid of progress. They are afraid of the future. They are afraid of our way forward. And they have committed to our party a politics of fear. Larry spoke of a politics of hope. Right now, everybody in the UNC, they want you to operate like you're afraid. You must be afraid of losing your work, afraid of losing your position. When I served as the public relations officer of the United National Congress, we had a mechanism to do training for members of parliament, for councillors, for activists. Because I believe that the voices of the United National Congress must be loud, it must be diverse, and it must be many. It must never be few. We were able to take councillors and put them on TV, national TV, to discuss local government issues. Since the time that I have no longer served as public relations officer, since 2020, we have seen the party become a fringe organization of itself. We are now in a small corner somewhere. Now, councillors have to be threatened to full maxis. When in the past you had an opportunity to deliver your policy on national TV, say what you are able to do for your community, because in that time work was valued. What is valued now? Only if you are able to say yes, if you are kissing the ring, if you are saying what people want to hear, that is the only thing that is valued. But where will that get us? Where will we go with that attitude? You know, there is a deliberate attempt to confuse the UNC population. From the beginning, the call was made for the national executive election. Everybody jump up and say they supporting the leader. All right, no problem. I said, well, what you supporting the leader in? Because the leadership election is not up for grabs. If you ask the average UNC member, no, you swear Kamala's name appearing on the ticket. You swear. It is not there. And the thing is, if you are a leader, if you are a general, if you wanted to be on the ticket, you could have put your name on the ticket. But don't not put your name on the ticket and come and tell anybody you're leading any slate. You can't lead no slate, your name not on the ballot. And so, do not confuse the members of the UNC. We are looking at positions from deputy political leader, 3 positions, chairman, deputy chairman. We are looking at our representatives for the regional areas. We are looking at the education officer, research officer, policy officer. These are critical positions. And the reason you don't understand why they are critical is because the persons who've held the positions for the past few years have done absolutely nothing. And so because they have done nothing, they believe you have nothing to do. Because they have done nothing. Their only job is to walk around and say, I support one person, but our job is to support you, the members of the UNC. And until people understand that they serve you, the members of the UNC, it is not about service to any one person. And I heard a couple of my colleagues, and now I still have respect for them even if they don't have respect for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard them yesterday talking about treason and traitor. And I'll tell you one thing. Those of us who answered a call for national service at a young age, our job is to represent. It is to be a force for change. It is to bring something different. If you are a young politician, or if you are a young politician in a young politician body, but giving people all politics, we don't want you either. Rodney is saying, make a space. Rodney has said, make a space for young politicians, but only the ones who are good. Only the ones who understand what service means. Because if you come in here and you're saying you're young, but you telling us what people who joined politics before it had YouTube, so them are accustomed saying any old thing. They're accustomed saying anything because nobody was going to hear it. But you coming now to tell us that same thing. I heard one, they wake up one like Lazarus. He come yesterday on the political platform to talk about he was a mayor and he going Tabakita and whatnot. You are the coordinator for San Fernando West. You supposed to be in San Fernando. And that is why, as Larry said it, if you can't figure out how to win in marginal seat because you're running up and down inside CFC to do what? To tell the people nothing. Because you have done nothing in the past few years. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there is a clear path forward. There's a group of people who respect the members of the UNC. There are a group of people who are willing and are able to do the hard work of rebuilding, re-energizing, and reinvigorating the UNC. There's a group of people who are telling you that we can do better, we can improve, and that we can win in 2025. And that group of people is here tonight. And anybody that is anti-improvement and anti-getting better, you have to ask yourself why. And the fact is that most times, history has taught us that persons who are anti-progress, anti-development, they will do anything. They will be bitter and they will be vile because they do not want progress and they do not want the future of the UNC to be brighter than the past. But I say to you, if you stand with us, you will get a stronger UNC for a stronger TNT. Thank you very much.